Hey guys, welcome back to the Debate Hut. I know some of you guys have already seen Disney and Pixar's latest movie, Elemental, especially those of you in the US. But for us in the UK, the movie comes out next week on the 7th of July. We actually got to see a preview screening of Elemental, so this is going to be our non-spoiler review on Elemental, sharing our thoughts on the movie, characters, the plot, etc., and whether we'd actually recommend it to you guys. So before we get going, please make sure to like and subscribe and check out some of our past Disney debates, such as is Mufasa the real villain in The Lion King, and is the animated or live action Cinderella movie better? And don't forget to leave a comment down below on how excited you are to see the movie, or if you have seen it, like, did you enjoy it? Did you not? Right, so something you guys might know about me is that I absolutely love a rom-com. I love rom-coms, and this is basically Disney's take on a rom-com. It's an animated rom-com, and I absolutely loved it. I was, yeah, it was just so good. Like, I mean, there's always been like, a sort of a romance theme in some of the Disney movies, especially when you're looking at the princess ones. And of course, like a lot of the movies have got comedy elements, but this is definitely like if someone was to go to me and go, can you like what's a Disney rom-com? Like this is definitely one that I would say. It's basically a forbidden romance and it was it was so good. I loved it. I don't know, maybe that's because I'm biased because I love rom-coms, but I don't know, I absolutely loved it. I thought it was cool. But saying that, I don't know, because I feel like watching Disney or like Pixar or basically animated movies at an older age without saying how old I am. It sort of gives me like another view on them and like I sort of see them in a different light. And so watching this, I sort of felt like a lot of it was centered for adults. Not that there's a problem, because for Disney and Pixar's like it's not just for what 6 to 7 year olds or whatever. It's for every single generation. But I don't know if like little kids would really understand the story that much. Like I'm sure they could understand elements of it, but I feel like this story was really centered for adults. I mean, that's just me personally. But saying that, I still absolutely enjoyed it. But yeah, another thing, I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen the trailers and stuff, and you know that there's like I don't think it's a spoiler, but there's like no villain.
Mm.
So again, I know that's like a recent thing that loads of people have not been liking about Disney projects and stuff. So I guess warning, there is no villain, I
Mm.
guess you could say. But yeah, so another thing I had a problem with the movie was, I mean, it was amazing, but I felt like it was lacking a storyline. Like the storyline was just very basic. There wasn't much to it, and I feel like it was missing that like big hyped up moment, and that moment only came like really like right at the end. That moment when you're like gasping, you're like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? That only happened then. The rest of the movie, it was very like gentle, wasn't like anything. But I guess now thinking about it, like rom-coms are very predictable, and this was sort of the same in a sense. So yeah. So you guys have seen the trailer, and you know that Ember and Wade are like the two main characters, and Ember is fire, Wade is water. And so you've got two other elements, air and earth, and this movie really focuses mainly on air and, oh, sorry, not air, fire and water.
Yeah.
And so I felt like they should have put a bit more effort into exploring the other two elements as well. Like we did get to see them, but I feel like there was definitely a lack of seeing them.
Yeah.
So I think that is definitely something that they could have definitely have done for the storyline. Like I don't know, they could have definitely like involved. There were some characters that they mentioned. Oh, sorry, not mentioned that they had in the movie, and they were of different elements. And I feel like we could have had seen a bit more of them, especially Ember's friend. well, friend, not really friend. I'm not really sure because I'm not really sure because they never really discovered the guy. They never really. He was there for
Oh,
like
the
2
little blonde
seconds.
boy.
Yeah, exactly. He was there for like what, 2 seconds, and that was it. So I don't know. Is he a friend? Is he not? I don't know. But yeah, the movie is great. Like I've said quite a few bad things, but honestly, if you just want something that is gonna make you laugh, you want something that's just it's just so cute and it's got some really good set of characters, like really got to see more of Ember's background, her feelings, and we got to see Wade's family and stuff. Like it was really good, but there are definitely some stuff that were missing from this movie, but I definitely still think this is definitely one to watch. Whether
Yeah.
you decide to watch it straight away when it comes out into the cinemas or on Disney Plus or whatever, it's definitely one to watch. But yeah, the animation. The animation was absolutely beautiful. It was I mean, I think we all knew this. I think someone else commented about it on one of our other videos as well, maybe, I'm not sure. Similar to Zootopia, which is something Grace mentioned as well, and it is, but it's its own. It's like you can see like the similarities, but at the end of the day, it's very different. I mean, Zootopia's got animals and this has got like elements. So I mean, like there can only be so much similarity between the both. But yeah, had some really good messages. But yeah, it was a decent movie. I loved it because it was a rom-com. Maybe I love it a bit too, but I was like yesterday after the cinema, I was like, oh my god, this movie is so good. Oh my god, like what? They're like, why is people saying this movie so rubbish? But now that I've had time to think about it, I can see that there are problems with it, but honestly,
Mm.
like all of the stuff that people are saying about it, like that it's not a good movie and stuff, like it's definitely not true. This movie is really good, and I think I have we had a don't think I've watched any Disney movies from this year so far, have I? Because there's
No,
been Peter
I said the
Pan,
Little Mermaid. You
The
haven't
Little
seen
Mermaid. I haven't seen it yet. So this is my first Disney movie of the year, and so far it's really good, and I think you guys will really enjoy it.
it. Yeah, I agree. This is a very enlightening show. Like it's very fun. It's very creative because the first thing I want to say about this film is that it's imaginative. Like the animation, it's brilliant. Pixar's taken it to the next level. I've read something in Total magazines that well not Total like Total Film magazine, sorry. And they mentioned about like the difficulties about like trying to create Amber and the fire people because they're trying to like one of them said like this character, she's not someone who is on fire, she is fire, and they've been trying it so hard. And I say the animators, you have done it brilliantly, like well done, like they should get a reward for this is amazing. Like if you think back to the other Pixar films, these it's very different. Like some of the characters I feel like are like a bit like hand drawn as well, like with the flames and the fire, and some are just like technical design, but it's really great. Like it's easily blend together. It was amazing, and the style of the city is. I did thought it's going to look a bit like Zootopia, but it's not. Emily was right about it. It looked very unique in this film. Like it had its own like elements because it's for elements. Yeah, one thing I do agree is that the story is good and it is a rom-com, and I really like that. I like the sparkles, the like the very cliche but very touchy moments. It was sweet, it was romantic. I just there was something lacking, like they're trying to keep it, I think they were trying to keep it simple and easy for kids to follow, which is all right because like it is for kids, but I felt like there should have been something like upbeat or something like a plot twist that would keep them unexpected or keep them like make them remember like what happened in this film. So yeah, that it was, it's an, I wouldn't say it's a shame, I just say it was just a bit, just, I don't want to sound like disappointed. I'm not, but you know what I mean. Like it was just, there was just something missing. I love the relationship between the characters because I wasn't sure if it was gonna be like a rom-com or not. But when it was, I was kind of like I was kind of taken back because I just think water and fire, like that's not gonna work in a way. But then it sort of did, and I thought, oh, and I really fell for it. Like there were times in the film that you probably don't. Not many people know this, but I'm a crier in lots of films. Like if you give me a sad scene, I would cry instantly, and I've cried, and I'm not gonna say what because it's a non-spoiler, but it's really, really great, and the relationship is realistic, and it made you really feel for the characters, definitely. And I love the moral message in this because again, it did felt like Zootopia as well. Like I felt like it would talk about like there's a bit of like prejudice between the other elements, or like how some do not get along with each other, and I think it's quite good. Like they're repeating the same message that we're all very different and we all have to learn to stick with each other and work with each other. So there are other elements, like not elements, but like realistic aspects from this as well. Like there was, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but there were some small elements about or talks about like immigration or refugees, because there were some element characters who say they've been moving from one place to another to build a better life, and that's really good if Disney and Pixar talk about this, because there are some people, like there's lots of kids who have parents or families who were immigrants, and they're trying to fit in, and it's hard. So, and this film is very welcoming and it's very open about trying to trying to fit in all characters from different backgrounds, and it's really sweet. I think that was a good message to brought up. But yeah, I think it's a good film. I think it is. Besides like a little lack of a story, like it was just a bit, it wasn't that wavery, there wasn't much in it, but the animation was brilliant and the characters were good. I would say it's a very good film. Like I would recommend it to all ages. I think kids would definitely love it. Teens definitely, and I think Emily, you were right. I think it is kind of leaning towards adults as well, because I think like it, because we're adults, and I think it definitely spoke to us about I don't I don't know what to say, but I mean, it did spoke to me. I don't know how to describe it. Sorry, but yeah, I think it spoke to all ages. And I want to just want to ask that what Emily, how would you compare this film to the other Pixar films in the past? Like,
I mean, the wonderful thing about Pixar is that there's always I mean, Disney as well, but there's always something like really different. Like you can't compare this to Finding Nemo.
hmm.
You can't compare this to Toy Story. You just can't. But this one is just really different because I can't think of any like Pixar movies that really had the romance, like, like really centered at it.
Yeah,
And apparently, like what I read somewhere was like this is the first movie that actually had the characters say "I love you," which
really,
is really cute. Yeah, the first Disney movie. I'm not sure if that's true. I read that in an article.
they actually said, "Oh my god!"
So
Like
it's
together. I swear Tiana said it to Naveen.
yeah, I think so. But I don't know, but maybe the
Guys,
I love you, like maybe
yeah,
the I love
yeah.
you exact
Guys,
words,
if
not
you if we miss this, or if you know if there are any Disney characters who have said these words, tell us in the comments down below,
well, it
because
might have just been Pixar. I'm not 100%
it
sure. I
may
can't
be,
remember.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because for me, I think it's just the animation, especially with Amber or like Fire, because if you look back, Pixar's done like kind of a bit like realistic animation on like people and the toys, or they try to focus on like the realism, whereas like Disney is more like fantasy or like fairy tale stuff. For this, it was very different compared to the other. Like this one is basically like a made up world and something we never really seen before. So that's a very interesting turn Pixar's take, but it's a good turn. Like it's not their usual like pattern or their formula of creating their own films, but it's something up their street with the animation, and especially the story, and like just everything really. So it's different, but it's really great. Thank you guys for watching. We hope you enjoy our non-spoiler review. We would definitely recommend you watching this film, so please check it out, or you can wait on Disney Plus, up to you. But before you leave, please make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And please subscribe, and oh yeah, and check out other reviews. We've done more like Disney reviews in the past, and we also done Marvel or other TV shows, and we also done games, pranks. Emily would know, she's a prank queen, trust me on that. And check out the website we made. It's about us, the team, and some of the videos we've done in the past as well. And follow us on Twitter and Instagram. We will definitely follow you back. It would mean a lot to us. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.